Hello, dear students. In this session, we are supposed to discuss methods of improving liquidity, and if time permits, we are about to discuss the theoretical aspect of cash budget. And again, as I have said, if time permits, we are going to solve practical problem on cash budget. Okay. Now, in the previous session, we discussed about the effects of cash deficits. That means we discussed what happens when there is a cash deficit in the business. Let us recall once again the things what we discussed in the previous session, and then we'll proceed further. So in the previous session, we discussed effects of cash deficit, and we have discussed in somewhat 6 points the effects of cash deficits. So first one is effects of cash deficits. So first one is impairment of image. Okay, firm will face a problem with its image. Then second thing we discussed, it will have a effect on sales. Okay, then third thing, problem with the emergency raising of finance. Then fourth effect is on restrictions on operations. So it will have impact over operations, firm's operations. Then fifth one is inability to take off projects. So effects over the new projects as well as existing projects. Then the sixth impact will be on sale of assets. Okay, ultimately that will end up with the selling of its existing assets. So these are all the 6 points we discussed in the previous class, and this concept may appear for the 6 or 12 marks. Theoretical concept may appear for the 6 or 12 marks for the university examination. Now let us today discuss yet another concept, methods of improving liquidity. Methods of improving liquidity. Okay, again this concept may appear for the examination for 6 or 12 marks. Okay, whenever we are into the business, we have to see everything with the bird's eye view. We have to get early symptoms tested, and necessary steps must be taken. The following must be taken. So in the sense, say for example, you take an example of Nokia. When I was a student like you, Nokia products are very popular. Okay, very popular, and almost everyone wants to buy Nokia cell phones. Okay, and during that time ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಚೈನೀಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಗಳು ಇಂಡಿಯಾಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆದ್ವು, ಡೂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಟ್ ನೋಕಿಯಾ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ವಿದೌಟ್ EMI ನಂಬರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೈನೀಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಗಳು ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು, 500 ರೂಪಾಯಿಗೆ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು ಡೂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಟ್ ನೋಕಿಯಾ ಸೆಲ್ ಫೋನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸೇಮ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದ್ದಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಫೋಟೋ ಕಾಪಿ. ಸೊ ಆಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎನ್ ಸೀರೀಸ್, ನೋಕಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಎನ್ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಬಾರಿ ಫೇಮಸ್ ಇತ್ತು. 6600 ಸೆಲ್ ಫೋನ್ ನೀವು ಬಹುಶಃ ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಗೂಗಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. 6600 ವರ್ಷನ್ ನಂತರ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ವೆರಿ ಪಾಯ್ನಿಯರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಎನ್ ಸೀರೀಸ್. ಓಕೆ, N70, N72, N73, N75, N95 ಹಾಗೆ ಎನ್ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಫೋನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೋಕಿಯಾ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿತ್ತು. ಅದನ್ನ ಈ ಚೈನಾದವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕಾಪಿ ಪೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ 500 ರೂಪಾಯಿಗೆ, 1500 ರೂಪಾಯಿಗೆ ಸೇಮ್ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್, ಆದ್ರೆ ಸೆಲ್ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಚೈನಾ ಮೇಡ್, ನೋ ವ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ, ನೋ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಗಳು ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಗೆ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆದ್ವು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಇವ್ರದ್ದು ಏನು ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಶೇರ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬಂತು, ಯಾವ್ದು ನೋಕಿಯಾದವ್ರದ್ದು ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಶೇರ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬಂತು. ಅದೇ ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ಸ್ಯಾಮ್ಸಂಗ್ ನವರು ಡುಯಲ್ ಸಿಮ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಫೋನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ವಿತ್ ಟಚ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟೈಪ್. ಸ್ಯಾಮ್ಸಂಗ್ ಚಾಮ್, ಸ್ಯಾಮ್ಸಂಗ್ ಗುರು ಅಂತ ಸೆಲ್ ಫೋನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ, ಡ್ಯುಯಲ್ ಸಿಮ್ ಇನ ಸೆಲ್ ಫೋನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಟಚ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಇನ ಸೆಲ್ ಫೋನ್ ಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಬಟ್ ಇವರು ನೋಕಿಯಾದವರು ಏನಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ದು ಫೇಮ್ ಇದೆ, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಪ್ಲೆಂಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಫೇಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ನೇಮ್. ಸೊ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ರೀಸನ್ they have not they have not done what you know very much ಕೀನ್ ಆರ್ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅವರು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಲ್ಲ ಈ ವಿಷಯನ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಲೇಜಿ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು, ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನೂ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅವರು. ಸೊ ಇದು ಸ್ಯಾಮ್ಸಂಗ್ ನವರಿಗೆ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಸೊ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವೈಸ್ಡ್ ದೇರ್ what you know products with the touch and type technology. Then they have introduced Android in it, and they got somewhat success in the early years of introduction of touch and type kind of cell phones. ಸೊ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ನೋಕಿಯಾದವ್ರು ಇನ್ನು ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಟಚ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಇನ ಕಡೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಯಾಮ್ಸಂಗ್ ಇನ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಶೇರ್ 10%, 20%, 30%, 50% ಹಾಗೆ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ ಹಾಗೇನೆ ಇವರು ಯಾವುದೇ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವೈಸೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನೋಕಿಯಾದವರು. ಅಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ಲಿ ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಇನ್ನೇನ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಮುಳುಗ್ತದೆ ಅನ್ನುವಾಗ ಇವರು ಡ್ಯುಯಲ್ ಸಿಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ವಿಂಡೋಸ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಕೊಲಾಬ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು ಟಚ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟೈಪಿಗೆ, ಅದು ಫ್ಲಾಪ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಸೊ ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಅವರು ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಮುಟ್ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು. ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ, ಥ್ರೂಔಟ್ ದ ಗ್ಲೋಬ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಶಟ್ ಡೌನ್ ದೇರ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್, ಅಂಡ್ ಮೇಜರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದೇರ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬಿನ್ ಸೋಲ್ಡ್ ಟು ಸೊ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಹಾರ್ಡ್ವೇರ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಬಂತು. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ನೋಕಿಯಾಸ್ ಕೇಸ್. ಸೊ ಯಾಕಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಐ ವ್ಯೂ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಬಂತು. ಇನ್ನು ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು look at every aspect thoroughly. Each and everything we have to observe carefully, because every day there will be, nowadays we are running in the under the nanotechnology. So minute changes will cost the business. So you have to be careful when you are into the business. You have to be careful. You have to try to think new innovations. You have to try to learn new innovations. You have to try to bring in new inventions. Okay, only in that situation you can survive in the market. Say for example, you take a lot of examples of companies. There are plenty of examples available. You take example of LG cell phone, mobile phones. They are nowhere in the market now. They almost shut down. You take example of your Micromax TVs. Now they are not available at all. Micromax cell phones, now they are not available at all, because they failed to update themselves. Okay, they have failed to update themselves. And what you know, majority of the Chinese products are very cheaper with the high class of technology. You take up example of higher mobiles, in the sense Honor mobiles. Okay, not higher, Honor mobiles. And you take example of Vivo, okay, Oppo. They're all products of China. Okay, so they manufacture products in China, and the Chinese technology is very cheaper, whereas other companies fail to compete with these manufacturers. So this is about it. So you have to be careful. Let us continue with the subject matter. Here of course we have to get early tested for the negative symptoms, and necessary steps must be taken here. The usually collectively we can what you know quote a few methods, so which are essential to adopt in order to improve our liquidity problem. Okay, what are those methods? Let us have a discussion over that. First one is good inventory management. First method we must try to adopt is good inventory management. Good inventory and management. Okay, now let me explain this point with the Warren Buffett's quote, and I quote, if you buy things you don't need, you will soon sell things you need. Things you need. So that means even for the business and even for the individuals day-to-day life, this quote uh, has a lot of meaning. It is having a lot of meaning. So whenever we are buying things which we are not needed, okay, for us it is somewhat, we can say that it is luxury, and you go on buying luxurious things, or if you are go on buying the things which are not needed for you, and ultimately at the end of the day you are going to sell things so that you are in need. In the sense, you definitely are going to fall in a cash crunch, and that ultimately leads to selling of your essentials. Okay, here too a firm must purchase raw material what is needed. Okay, unnecessary it is not supposed to buy the raw materials, and it must maintain inventory at a minimum level. So over, they should not stock at an extreme extent. Okay, so how much is needed, so that's it. Okay, and they the purchase must be done when there is a need only. Okay, unnecessary purchase a firm must avoid. Now and with regarding to the inventory management, firm must ensure that they are purchasing from the nearest suppliers. So they must concentrate over the nearest suppliers. They must concentrate over the nearest suppliers. Why the purchase from nearest suppliers is very crucial? So let us have an example of our own. Okay, Naniga Baindur in the Barudu. I am from Baindur. Okay, and you are running business at Shirwa. Okay, now of course I am into one particular business, and say for example, I am manufacturing certain raw materials which are essential for your business. Okay, for your manufacturing business, and in Shirva also, in plenty of places, those products are available abundantly. But out of your emotions, because I'm your sir, okay, you have concern for me. Maybe I'm uh, new entry to this kind of business, so you are having concern towards me. Moreover, I'm your teacher. So what you will do is you are going to what you know you are going to purchase raw materials from me, from Bandur. Okay, now from Bandur to Shirva, so in order to procure raw materials, so there will be a distance of 88 kilometers. So it's a one-way distance, 88 kilometers that must be covered. Okay, and to transport raw materials from Bandur to Shirva, so you need to hire a vehicle, maybe a 407, maybe a truck. Okay, and their transportation cost is there. Transport cost. Suppose instead of Bandur, suppose if you are preferring a nearby area, maybe nearby area to Shirva, of course, here there may be a transportation cost, but when we compare it with the Bandur, so here transportation cost is minimum. And suppose if you are preferring from the local sellers, in that situation, easily you can exchange your defected raw materials with the ರೈಟ್ ಒನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ರಾ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಬಾರ್ಗೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಾರ್ಗೇನ್ ಈಸಿಲಿ Okay, you can get materials at a lower price, but in this case it is not possible. Suppose if you are purchasing from Bindur, it is not possible. So again, you have to, in order to replace a damaged raw material or a damaged product, you have to again incur a transportation cost. Then again, who will bear this cost? That is again the question. Okay, ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು ಬೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಈ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ, ಈ ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ? ಅದು ಕೂಡ ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಯಾರು ಬೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಗೇನ್ this is about the first point, good inventory management. The next second thing is rapid stock turnover. Rapid stock turnover. When there is a high stock turnover, the dependency over cash decreases, in the sense there will be frequent cash inflows. Yes, so turnover in the sense, so you are knowing stock turnover in the sense, so raw material ididdu convert agi work in progress, convert agi finished goods, converted to sales. So this process, if it is very frequent, in that situation there will be availability of cash. Suppose, let us imagine, so you have procured or you have obtained raw materials, and it takes 2 or 3 months. There is no orders from the debtors, let us assume in that way, or from the clients. So till 3 months if you have waited, so you will be in short of money for 3 months. Okay, after 3 months, suppose if you have got order and slowly you have converted into work in progress to finished goods, then again some problem appeared for the appeared to the client, and they may halted, okay, of getting things that you have produced. In that situation again, let us say for example 2 months, 2 months varage sale agಲಿಲ್ಲ. So again here you are going to face cash problems. But instead of this, so very frequent conversion of raw materials into finished goods, okay, and then sales very frequently process ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಆದ್ರೆ, definitely there will be frequent sales and there will be frequent availability of cash. Okay, how to boost sales? So ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. So you may get question here. So in order to make stock turnover rapidly, so how to, how to boost sales? So you have to boost your sales. How to boost it? So usually in the market we are observing, so there will be exhibitions. Through exhibitions you can boost your sales. Let me take example of garments. Okay, so you may be you may be habituated to malls. Okay, maybe you are frequently visiting malls. There you might have observed offers, buy one get one offers. Okay, uh, uh, even in the case of e-commerce you may be observing new products are offered to the customers or clients at a very cheaper rate. And every Wednesday, in the case of Flipkart or Amazon, every Wednesday or maybe on a said particular day, at a particular time, they are going to launch their product at a reasonable rate. So these are all the tactics the sellers they usually do in order to boost their sales. Okay, so one thing is exhibitions, and second thing is of course this is related to exhibitions only, sales mela. Okay, and a special week, so that's what we discussed, special week, sales week. In the case of e-commerce and all, special sales week. Usually this kind of strategies usually we find in the case of garment business. ಬಹುಶಃ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಮಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಕನಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ನೀವು ರೋಷಿನಿ ನಿಲಯ ಅಥವಾ ಫಾದರ್ ಮುಲ್ಲರ್ಸ್ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಬ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ದೇ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ 24/7 ಆಫರ್ಸ್, ಇನ್ ದ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ 365 days, 24/7 in a week. Okay, 24 weekly offer ಇರ್ತದೆ, and throughout 365 days only offers. So usually they sell buy one get one. Okay, buy one get one, sometimes buy two get two. So like that offers will be there. Usually they are famous for the menswear. Okay, brand factory. If time permits, or if everything goes well in future, if you are interested, kindly have a visit to this shop. Okay, the next third thing is negotiating with the suppliers. Third necessary step that has to be taken to improve liquidity, negotiating with the suppliers. Negotiating with the suppliers for the longer and continuous supplies may result in credit facilities and much high cash discounts. Okay, so usually if you are so this is possible when you are stick to only one particular suppliers, okay, or few particular suppliers. So always if you approach same kind of suppliers quite often, definitely you are going to get credit facilities, relaxed credit facilities, and much higher cash discount. ಇದ್ಯಾವಾಗ ನೀವು ಕೆಲವು ಸಪ್ಲೈಯರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅಥವಾ ಒಬ್ಬ ಸಪ್ಲೈಯರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೇ ನೀವು ನಂಬ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಅವನ ಹತ್ರನೇ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿದ್ರೆ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸಾಲದ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ನೀವು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ತುಂಬಾ ಹೆವಿ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕೌಂಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. And this ultimately leads to certain other advantages. First one is it will boost trust. Okay, so there will be a trust among two parties, that means a buyer as well as seller, and there will be familiarity. Okay, familiarity will be there, and ultimately this leads to the bonding, great bonding in the business. Okay, ಒಂದು ಜನರಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹೇಳುದಾದ್ರೆ, ನೀವು ಒಬ್ರನ್ನ ನಂಬ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೇ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಾನು ಕೆಲವು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಕೂಡ ಕ್ಯಾಂಟೀನ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗುದಿಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಕ್ಯಾಂಟೀನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲಿಯವರೆಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಭಟ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಭಟ್ರು ಏನೋ ಅಡಿಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಏನು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಕೈ ಹಾಕಿ ತಿನ್ನುವ ಲೆವೆಲ್ಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲವು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈವನ್ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಬಂದ್ರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ಬಂದು ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಕೊಡುವಷ್ಟರ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸಲಿಗೆ ಬೆಳೆದಿದೆ. ಇನ್ ಕೆಲವು ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಕೌಂಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಕನ್ಸರ್ನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಇವರೇ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಬೆಳೆದಿದ್ದು ಯಾವಾಗ, ಹೇಗಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ನೀವು ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ವಿಸಿಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ. ಇವಾಗ ಯಾರು ಕೂಡ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ನೀವು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಕ್ಯಾಂಟೀನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಹೋಟ್ಲಿಗೆ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ಅದೇ ಹೋಟ್ಲಿಗೆ ನೀವು ವಿಸಿಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ, ಇದೊಂದು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸಣ್ಣ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಇದು ನೀವು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಗೆ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಸ್ಟ್ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಬೆಳೀತದೆ. ಈವನ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟಿ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. ಒಂದ್ ದಿವಸ ಒಂದು ಚಾ ಕುಡಿದ್ರೆ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಥವಾ 500 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ನೋಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ರಿ 10 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಚಾಗೆ, ಸೊ ಅವನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ನಾಳೆ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಅದೇ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಪರಿಚಯ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಕೂಡ್ಲೆ ಆಚೆ ಈಚೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ರು ಪಕ್ಕದ ಅಂಗಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಇವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಕೇಳಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಉಳಿದ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಕೊಡುವಂತ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ನೆಗೋಷಿಯೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜಸ್ ಆಫ್ sticking to the same supplier. Okay, The next fourth thing or fourth method of improving liquidity is better accounts receivable management. Better accounts receivable management. See here, there must be existence of better debtors collection system. Bills receivable can be managed efficiently using the following means. Okay. So here bills receivable ಯಾವಾಗ exist ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, when there is a credit sales. Okay. ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅನ್ನ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್. ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಮೊದಲು ನೀವು ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಸಪೋಸ್ ಈಗ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಸೇಲ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷ ಬೇಡ, ಒನ್ ಮಂತ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ. 1 ತಿಂಗಳೊಳಗಡೆ ನೀನ್ ನನಗೆ ಹಣ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಮಾರ, ಈಗ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗು 1 ತಿಂಗಳೊಳಗಡೆ ಕೊಡು ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಈ 1 ಮಂತ್ ಇದ್ದನ್ನ ನೀವು 15 ಡೇಸ್ಗೆ ಇಳಿಸಿ. ಸೊ ಆವಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ 15 ಡೇಸ್ ಅರ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ you need not wait till 30 days. When you are reducing your credit period for 15 days from 30 days, definitely you are going to receive cash early as possible. ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಜನರಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ. I don't know how we can relate this example with the reduction of credit period, but the period. So here this is important. So you forget for the time being, you forget about credit. This period is very important. I'm going to give an example of a telecommunication sector. Usually every company which is involved in telecommunication nowadays following this thing. Okay, earlier during the initial days of telecommunication, they used to give or they used to offer 30 days period validity. 30 days. Okay, suppose if you are recharging 250 rupees or 260 rupees, so this will be per month in the sense 30 days or 31 days. So how many, the number of days which are there in the calendar, so they are going to offer service till that day. Okay, even for the data also, for 1 GB earlier it was somewhat 250 rupees per month in the sense for 30 days. Okay, then it went up to 500 rupees, 400 to 500 rupees for 1 GB data for 30 days. Okay, of course, then in the case of internet and all, then Jio came. Okay, they have conquered every rivals, and now they are in the topmost position. Okay, so that's a different thing. Let us not touch that part. Okay, that internet part we are not concerned about. Okay, nowadays what we are finding is, now firms are offering, that is telecommunication companies are offering package for 3 months or maybe package for 1 month. Okay, and their 1 month consists of only 28 days. Okay, and here to 3 months in the sense, somewhat they are offering 84 days. Okay, 84 days in the sense somewhat 28 days in a month. 56, 76, 84. Yes, 28 days in a month. Now here to 1 month pack is also there. For 1 month they are giving service for 28 days. Now in a calendar year, simple calculation, see how they are making money. Simple calculation, in a calendar year there will be 12 months, right? So on an average in a month, if you are taking 2 days out into 2, simply you are going to get 24 days. Okay, somewhat in between 3 or 4 times, there will be one odd day. One odd day in the sense 31st days are there. Okay, 3 or 4 months, we'll get 31 days. So let us add 3 days. Okay, 3 days. So total 27 and somewhat 28. Let us consider 28 only. 28 days. Now, by reducing the number of days in a month to offer a service, indirectly they are creating an extra 1 month. That means what we are paying is for 13 months. For the telecommunication companies, they are having 13 months in a year. So this is a simple calculation, or this is a simple mode to make money. So this is what, see, okay. Just by reducing 2 days, they have earned or they have gained 1 month extra, and by doing so, they are making money. Okay, let it be. Let us proceed further. First thing is reduction of credit under the better accounts receivable. Okay. Now under fourth point only, let us consider second sub point here, how to manage accounts receivable in a better way. First point we have already discussed, reduction of credit period. And now second point is lowering the rate of discount allowed. Lower in the rate of discount allowed. So, for example, earlier, suppose if you were giving a 10% discount, so 10%. So usually, so you were offering 1,000 rupees discount out of 10,000, and you are going to receive 9,000. But when you are reducing your discount 10 to 5%, in that situation you are allowing only 500 rupees discount and you are receiving 9,500. You are gaining here by 500. And third thing we can adopt to improve liquidity through bills receivable, avoiding sales to the customer who is not credit worthy. Suppose if we avoid selling goods to a customer who is not credit worthy, we can minimize the risk, liquid risk. Okay. The next fifth method of improving liquidity is invoice discounting or factoring. Fifth one is factoring. Now here factoring is a service. Okay, factoring is a service, or he is a financial intermediary or a financial institution which takes up or purchases debtors at a discounted rate. ಒಂದು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಎ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಎ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಬಿ ಗೆ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಆವಾಗ ಬಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಡೆಟರ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಬಿ ಎ ಗೆ ಡೆಟರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಬಿ ಎಗೆ ಈಗ ಬಿ ಎಗೆ ಡೆಟರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಎಗೆ ಅರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ, ಈಗ ಈ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ 10,000 ಗೆ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವ. ಈಗ ಎಗೆ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಅರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹಣ ಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಸಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಸಿ ಗೆ ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಪುಣ್ಯಾತ್ಮ ನನಗೆ ಅರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಹಣ ಬೇಕು, ನಾನು ಬಿ ಜೊತೆ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ರಿಸಿಪ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಇನ್ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಉಂಟು, ನೀನು ಈ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನನಗೆ ಹಣ ಕೊಡು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಸಿ ಫಿನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್, ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಅವನು ಅಥವಾ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿರುವವನು. ಅವನು ಎ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಿಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೆಸೆಸರಿ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಗೆ 9,500 ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 500 ರೂಪೀಸ್ ಅದು ಸಿ ಎ ಚಾರ್ಜ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಸ್ಟಿಪ್ಯುಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಆದ ನಂತರ ಮೇ ಬಿ 1 month 2 month ಗೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ದಿರ್ತದೆ, ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಇದ್ದಿರ್ತದೆ. ಆ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಮುಗ್ದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಸಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಬಿ ಗೆ ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಬಿ ಇಂದ 10,000 rupees ಅನ್ನ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೇಮ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಬಿಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ವೇ. ದಿಸ್ ಆಪರೇಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅ different way. Okay, here the point to be noted is that even though here discount is involved, cash will be made available immediately. Of course there is discount. Okay, see, ಗೆ full face value ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, but at a discounted ಮಾಡಿ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಬಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅವೈಲೇಬಲ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಬೈ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ firm won't be fall in liquid crunch ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. So this is about the fifth point. Okay, then now let us discuss sixth point, which is involved in improving liquidity. 16, disposal of unnecessary assets. Disposal of unnecessary assets. Okay, now here firm may possess many or few assets which are less useful to the firm. They can be sold and thereby cash can be generated. Okay, this point doesn't need much explanation, so it is quite clear. Okay, then seventh point or seventh method, sale of less making divisions or units. Sale of less making or loss making, less earning ಅಂತನೂ ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, loss making units. This point is also much explanation is not needed for this point also. Here though, yeah, so it is quite evident, so much explanation is not needed. Whenever a particular branch or a particular unit is suffering loss, so continuing with the same branch or same unit definitely will affect the firm. Okay, and so firm must take necessary steps to sell out or to sell that division or unit. Then next method, 8.1 is conversion of debt into shares. So this is actually a very good method, and usually majority of the cases firms whenever they are having liquidity problem, so they are going to follow this method. Through this method, outflow of cash through interest. So whenever we are having debt, okay, problems, let us first discuss problems with the debts. So debt ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಸೊ ಯೂಶುವಲಿ ಡೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಪೇ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್, ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಟ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ಸ್. Okay, so whenever we are converting this debt into shares, equity shares preferably, okay, what happens in a long term or in a long run, we are not supposed to pay interest. When converted into shares, no interest and no repayment of principal, so there the outflow of cash is avoided. So these two things ultimately resulted in outflow of cash. ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೈತಿ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಡಿವಿಡೆಂಡ್ ಏನು ಡೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ದದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಈ ಔಟ್ಫ್ಲೋ ನಿಲ್ತು. ಸೊ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಸಫಿಶಿಯಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್. So in this situation, okay, by adopting this method, we can strengthen our liquidity position. Then next, ninth method is acceptance of deposits from dealers and customers. Acceptance of deposits from dealers and customers, or clients for that matter. Okay, so here too we don't want what you don't need much explanation because it is quite clear. Firms of course can accept deposit from the dealers, okay, uh, and even from the customers also, so that they can strengthen their liquidity position. Then last one, 10th one, retaining profits for themselves. Okay. Here, whenever a firm earns profit, they can retain their profits themselves instead of giving away to the stakeholders. They can retain, and so that they can strengthen their cash position. Okay, so this is about the 10 methods to improve liquidity. And I think for today's session, so this is quite sufficient. We'll discuss about the cash budget and problems on cash budget in the upcoming session. Thank you.